All right, we're back in action. Justin Glynn here filling in for Coop as he is off, I'm sure, working very hard as he always does.
Once again, we at CCSN are so thankful for the opportunity to do this tournament, and Justin's stepping in because Coop has stepped out.
36-34 as we begin this second half. North Central leading Ohio Christian. North Central with the ball. Roeder on the wing. Around
Johnson.
to Johnson.
Johnson looking inside. He really was tough in the first half. That was a case right there, Roeder with a turnover. I think Roeder trying to do too much. He had a good opportunity and seemed to rush it.
Yeah, he's really forcing it here at this tournament. Not letting it come to him. And inside Hayes with the foot in. And that ties the ball game here with just under 19 minutes remaining in this second half. 36-36.
North Central is trying to run a double away at this point. Looking inside. Berkman posting up. Good move. And one. Nice strong take by Berkman.
All right, well, it's been fun, folks, but Coop's back, so he's taking over.
Yeah. That gives the North Central a 38-36 lead, and Berkman goes to make it a three-point lead to finish the old-fashioned three-point play.
Thanks for carrying the load. Coach Weary was finishing up my interview with Coach Hansen.
I'm getting used to it. Ooh, tough call. Levi Koister right in front of us. Playing some good D, but got called for the reach.
Now, last foul was on Michael Baker. It's his second. Team's first here in the second half. Did Koistra make that? Who made that the field goal there?
Berkman.
Did he make the three-point play?
Sure did. Took it strong.
7 for Berkman. And you're going to have to tell me who hit that shot for OCU.
Baker.
Tim Baker with 6. Somebody just scored there for OCU.
No, that was it. Oh, the previous?
Yes, sir.
We got that already. We're all already. We said it before you got here. Oh, you want it for stats?
I need stats. Help me get caught up, Coach Weary. 39-38 North Central.
I believe it was Hayes.
18 minutes to play. Baker, 10-footer, no good. Defensive rebound, Berkman. Berkman an outlet to Roeder, 39-38. 17:48 to play in the game. 17:48 to play in the season for these two teams. Top of the key, Roeder. Left wing, Ross Johnson. That mid-range jumper, he hits again. That's 14 for the senior out of Kenosha.
He's been phenomenal. He's knocked down every good look he's had.
Here's Cumberland for 3, front of the rim. Hayes an offensive rebound, and Roeder came down and hacked him. Hayes will shoot 2. First foul on Roeder, second on the team. Here in the second half, and Hayes' first free throw. A little wide right, no good.
I think that was a kind statement, a little wide right. Looked a little bit way wide right. Almost looked like a Florida State field goal.
41-38.
You like that
Second
one, huh?
free throw, yeah. I'm
Just trying to throw out some sports knowledge. It's like my only other thing.
41-39 after the Hayes make. Nelson is in, and Berkman just a little, I don't even know if there was a pump fake there, but he slowed down enough.
Little hesitation.
Little hesitation that got the shot blocker Nelson to go by. 43-39. The lead is 4. 16:50 to play in the game. Cumberland, left wing, Tim Baker for 3. Got it. It's usually the other way around. It's usually Baker setting up Hayes, but
it's a good look by Berkman there, but he's got to get established more and allow Levi to maybe duck in a bit and get a better position there, kind of rush that pass. It's a tendency of bigs to rush, and when they go slow, they go better.
43-42, the Rams, the home team in this game is the higher seed, the 3 seed. Out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, the North Central region. And Josh Delph just gives OCU the lead as he tripled first points of the game. for Josh Dell. Koistra against Tim Baker. A little bit too strong. Ross Johnson, an offensive rebound, but a jump hook missed the mark badly.
Great job by Johnson to hit the glass, but he's got to be more composed on the finish.
Baker to James Nelson. Back out, here's Cumberland with the quick release. Catch, fire, splash. 11 for Cumberland. He's in double digits. He joins Jeremy Hayes at that plateau. 45-43. There's a steal by Cumberland. OCU scores here. High's going to need a timeout, and instead, Burnt fouls him. It's number 2 on Burnt, number 3 on the team at the 15:35 mark. And
they've been running that set where they start on the wing and they come off a double screen at the high post to the other wing. And Cumberland was eyeing that from the beginning of that play, made the steal. He had a help of the 2-on-1, but he was taking that to the basket. I think he knew he could get the foul and possibly end one. Great job.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here to give Pete Weary a chance to talk about North Central.
As an accredited four-year university in the heart of downtown Minneapolis, North Central University offers more than 30 different liberal arts and ministerial programs in a Christ-centered environment. Learn more at northcentral.edu. All right, at this point we have a 48-43 lead for Ohio Christian. Cumberland called that foul on the ground, so they'll be getting the basketball underneath, setting up in a box set. Coming out to big man James Nelson.
Nelson's got it.
Great rebound by Nelson. Oh, good pass from Cumberland. Nelson losing his balance.
Delph underneath to Nelson. He put it in, and he was fouled. And a chest bump to top it off.
They have gone on a nice 10-0 run here, it looks.
Foul is going to be charged to Koistra. It's his third. And the team's fourth. Score the basket for Nelson, who has 4 but cannot make the free throw. He's a 69% shooter from the field, but only 53% at the charity stripe.
Little pick and roll here with Roeder and Koistra. Setting the double away for Johnson now.
Burnt to the baseline and Berkman. Cross court. Here's Roeder. Tried to hit Koistra near the left block, and he threw it away. Hayes free at the other end for 2 more.
Nice run out by Ohio Christian. John High, you can see he's kind of groping over here for some ideas, trying to regather his team.
It's a dozen for the sophomore from Tree of Life Christian School in Columbus, Jeremy Hayes. 52-43. Underneath, it's Koistra. Koistra back out to Johnson. Hayes nearly took it away. Mid-range jumper over Nelson. This time the big fella contested it. Burt ended up with it and dropped it in.
That's a big play by Burt. He's been really good today. He's kept helping his team with little things.
And it has been the little things scoring. He's averaging nearly 14 a game and has come up with his first field goal here at the 14-20 mark.
Yeah,
Cumberland shows 3 against Johnson. Got the step, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Berkman. And that's number 3.
Well, you got Loyster with 3. Now you have
Berkman with 3.
Berkman with 3, and there's got to be some decision making there. Koistra with 3, and Berkman with 3.
Cumberland, the first team All-American with 3 for Ohio Christian. 52-45. 14:05 to play in the game. Inbound to Hayes. Underneath to Tim Baker. Little turnaround, nicely done.
Nice set out of an inbounds play, recognizing that the inbounder had some size advantage like Baker had there on Burnt.
54-45. Burnt between the circles. To the right wing. And Luke Furr, the senior out of Indianapolis. Left wing fouls to check back in. Here's Berkman. Free throw line extended. Looking, now on the floor.
Oh, nice.
And Nelson shielded the shot blocker with his body, put it in, and he was fouled. Nicely done.
He's played really well in this tournament. When we had the opportunity to play North Central, he was not as active. Of course, second time we played them, I believe he had the flu. So I'm not confident of that. I saw him after the game. He didn't look good. But the first time he wasn't this active. He's been very active in this tournament, and that's been a big boost here for North Central.
First foul on Nelson, second on the team. Berkman to the line, and he converts the three-point play. Give him a dozen, and it cuts the deficit for North Central down to 6. 54-48, 13-25 to play in the game. Delph off a screen to the right wing and Farrell. Farrell underneath to Hayes. Back out to Farrell. Farrell right baseline. Tried to get it underneath to Hayes. Tough pass to complete. Jeremy had it momentarily but lost it out of bounds.
I think what Farrell need to recognize there is that Koistra has 3 fouls. I'd go back into the post and make him defend that. Kind of drove baseline and left his feet. Made it a 50-50 play.
Chelsea step. Jeremy Hayes with a dozen in this game. I see that online. Appreciate your support of CCSN. The big fella getting going here in the second half. Jeremy at 7 in the first and 5 already here in this first 7 minutes. Underneath Berkman, and his shot partially blocked, but a foul called on Michael Baker as well.
Michael Baker begging for help side there. You know, he 3/4 sided him above, and the pass was a nice one from Burnt, but there's got to be help side there.
And Jeremy Hayes was the one that raised his hand, went over to Michael and said, "That's my fault. He should have been there." And credit Jeremy Hayes for acknowledging that. 12:52 to play, 56-48. Hayes and Delph sit down. McDaniel and Tim Baker back in.
You got Peters coming in for Koistra for North Central, and I believe that is give Levi a chance to catch some breath, as well as he's got those 3 fouls.
Roeder sitting on the bench as well. Second one is up and in, so Berkman splits a pair, give him 13 in the game. That was the first miss of the game. That first free throw by Berkman by North Central today. They are 13 of 14 for 93%. Cumberland showing some skills into the lane, Coach.
Right hand in the air, switched it to left and finished. Of course, he's left-handed, but man, that was a great basketball, composed move, athletic.
He's a scorer, isn't he? I mean, he is a flat-out scorer. Left wing, jumper by Fur, no good. Battle for the rebound. Farrell's got it, outlets it to McDaniel.
McDaniel got beat up by the official there.
By McMillan. McDaniel got his own miss. Shot no good, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with OCU.
You're laughing because you can't believe he made that move that size.
He is crafty for the big fella.
He is a Big Mac. There's no question. He is a Big Mac.
They call him the A-Train.
Well, I'm telling you.
Back in Circleville.
They can call him that, but I like the Big Mac with special sauce.
Well, at that size, you call him whatever he tells you to call him. Mr. McDaniel is what I say to him. Right wing Cumberland for 3 on the rim, no good. Defensive rebound, Peters.
It's a good look for Cumberland.
North Central. Koistra and Roeder coming in. I apologize.
No, my North Central really needed that miss because that was a good look. Burnt getting to the basket here.
And what are they going to call? McDaniel battling with Peters. I don't want to say battling because one guy was on the floor and the other guy was still standing.
Let me
guess.
guess.
What Anthony McDaniel did when he got called for a foul.
We all know that if McDaniel and Peters battle, that there's a good chance Peters may end on the ground. Peters plays hard, but McDaniel's a load.
And watch him move his feet here. He'll get out on the perimeter, and he will slide and work hard on the defensive end. Right wing, it's Johnson. McDaniel got beat that time. McDaniel tried to hustle. He's into a chair on the North Central bench. Hopefully our camera angle can get a look at that. There's the A-Train at his best, getting on the floor, diving into the North Central bench. Our producer, JD, is okay.
I was disappointed JD didn't step up and pick up the charge there. You know, give him some effort.
I'm just glad he's here. JD showed up about 3 minutes before tip. Appreciate his... 58-49. I've really enjoyed working with JD. First time I've ever met Justin Glenn. Seen him play, and been a neat opportunity this week. It's been okay with you too, Coach. Top of the key. Koistra came up short. Put back no good by Faust, was blocked. Here's Peters. How did he put that one in over Michael Baker?
That's just the proof of the sovereignty of God there. How he got that up.